The question says solve this set of equations. Okay, so we have to give you a set of equations. So how do we go about this solution? Okay, so the first set, the equation we have is 2 into 4x minus 1 over 3 equals, okay, so we have 9 into x plus 1 over 4. Okay, so the first thing we do, let us try to distribute, okay, what we have here. So when we do that, we have this as 2 times 4x to be 8x, okay, minus 2 times 1, we have this to be 2 over 3, okay, equals, so we distribute this as well, we have 9 times x, this is 9x, okay, plus 9 times 1 is 9, so we say over 4, okay. So when we take this from here, so what do? We need to cross multiply, get this we multiply this we multiply this, so let's start from here. So we have this 8x minus 2, okay, multiplying 4 equals, this is multiplying this, we have 3 into 9x plus 9, okay. So when we open up, we have 4 times 8s, okay, that's 2x, 4 times minus 2, we have it to be minus 8. So when we distribute this as well, 3 times 9x, we have to be 27x, okay, plus 3 times 9, we have this to be 27, okay. So what we do now is to collect the like signs, okay, to bring those terms that looks the same. We have x, so let's bring them together. We transfer the numbers at the other side of the equation, so we have this as 32x, okay. For 27x, it turns to minus 27x, since it's positive here, so it equals, we have 27. When we add this to both sides, this minus 8, this will turn to plus 8, okay. So when we subtract 27 from 32, okay, we have this as 5x, okay, equals, so when we add up this, we have this as 35, okay. So we have to figure out the value of x, so that means we have to divide everything by 5, which is the coefficient of x, okay. So when we do that, the value of x gives 7, okay. So when we divide that 5 by 5, we have it to be 7. So we have this as 2x, okay, equals 5x, okay, plus 1 over 7, okay. We have plus 3x minus 5 over 2. So we have to determine the LCM, okay, of the denominator, so that gives us 14. So for the LCM to be 14, so let us multiply all through by 14. So we start from here, so we have 2x times 14, okay, equals 5x plus 1, okay, over 7 times 14 plus 3x minus 5 over 2 times 14. So let us simplify. So when we multiply this, we have this as 28x, okay. For sin here to be 1, sin here to be 2. So we have this as 2 times 5x plus 1, okay. Plus, so when we simplify this, 2 here is 1, 2 here is 7. So we have this as 7 into 3x minus 5, okay. So for 28x equals, so when we distribute this, we have 2 times 5x, 5 is 10x, plus 2 times 1 is 2, plus 7 times 3x is 21x, okay, minus, for plus times minus is minus, for 7 times 5, we have this to be 35, okay. So we can have this as 28x minus, okay, 10x, okay, so we have here 21 minus 21x, okay, equals, so we have plus 2, we have minus 35, so this is minus 33, okay. So here is 31x, so minus 10x minus 21x is minus 31x. Taking that from 28, so we have this as minus 3x, okay, equals minus 33. So what do? we divide both sides by minus 3. So when we do that, we have this the value of x to be 11. Okay, so that means the value of x in this equation is 11. The value of x in the first equation is 7. The question says solve the following equation. So we have three sets of given equations. So we have it in a rational form. So we have 3 over number 3 over 5 equals 12 over 25z. So how do we do this? Solution. Okay. So when we look at this properly, we have a mixed fraction. So we can change this to an improper fraction. How do we do that? So we say 5 times 3 is 15. 15 plus 3, we have it to be 18 over 5, okay, equals, here we have this as 12 over 25z, okay. So what do we do from here? So we cross multiply, since we have it in a rational form now. So as a result of this equal sign, so let's cross multiply. So we have 18 times 25z, okay, equals 5 times 12. Okay, so we can easily solve it this way. So for 18 times 25z, okay, equals 5 times 12. Okay, so since we are looking for z, so let us divide both sides by 18 times 25. 18 times 25, okay, so this is out. So we have just z. Okay, so we can simplify this as 5 here is 1, 5 here is 5, okay. So we can use 6, 6 here is 2, 6 here is 3, okay. So what do we have? So we have 1 times 2 to be 2, okay. 3 times 5 to be 15. So the value of z, which is z, equals 2 over 15, okay. Okay, so we represent the first question. For the second question, we have this as 9 over 4x, okay. So this one is the continuation, okay. This one is the continuation of this first one, okay. So for the second question, we have as 9 over 4x minus 5 over x plus 11 over 3 equals 0, okay. So we can easily look for the LCM of 4x, x, and 3. So this should be 12x. So we multiply 12x. If the LCM equals 12x, so we are using 12x because we'll find the common denominator, which means we can divide 12x by each denominator, okay. So let's multiply each fraction with this 12x. So we have 9 over 4x, okay, times 12x, okay. So minus, so we take this as well, say 5 over x times 12x, okay, plus 11 over 3 times 12x, okay, equals 0. So when we simplify this, okay, for 4x and 12x, okay, is out. So for 4 in 12 is 3, for 9 times 3, we have to be 27. X has divided x minus x has divided x. So for 5 times 12 is 60, okay, plus, so we divide this, 3 here is 1, 3 here is 4. So we have this as 4x, that's 11. So we have this as 44x equals 0, okay. So from here, we have 27 minus 60. So this one is like minus 33, okay, plus 44x, okay. So when we do this, we equate it to 0. So we have to take this, okay, by adding it to both sides of the equation. So we have this as 44x equals 33. So when we do that, we divide both sides by 44, which is the coefficient of x, okay. So when we do that, this is out. So for x equals 33 over 44, we have this as 3 over 4 when we simplify it with 11. So the value of x equals 3 over 4. The question says simplify the following algebraic expression. So we have 10a squared times 4d squared e squared over 4d squared. How do we do this? Solution. Okay, so we have 10a squared times 4d squared e squared over, okay, 4d squared. So we have 4d in the brackets, square affecting 4d, okay. Square is just affecting d in this place, okay. So what do we do? So we can write this as 10a squared times 4d squared e squared over, so for 4 square we have to be 16 times for d square, which is d square, okay. So we can simplify, d cancel d, okay. This 4, this 16, 4 here is 1, 4 here is 4, okay. So what do we have? We have 10, we have 4, so let us write it. So we have 10a squared, okay, times e squared, okay, divide, so we have 4 at the denominator, so we can still simplify this, okay. So let us use 2, 2 here is 2, 2 here is 5, okay. So when we simplify this, we have 5a squared a squared, okay. By the time we multiply this with this together over 2. The question says simplify this expression. So we have x is to 3 plus 1 over x is to 2 plus 5 over 2 times square root of s is to 2 minus 3. We have to simplify this expression. So how do we do this? Solution. Okay, so for x is to 3n plus 1 over x is to 2n plus 5 over 2, okay, times, okay, square root of x is to 2n minus 3, okay. So we can write this expression as, for the denominator, so we have here x is to 3n plus 1 over x is to 2n plus 5 over 2 times, so we can have this as x is to 2n minus 3, okay. For the square root, we have it as the power, which is 1 over 2, okay. So we can have it as this, so we have this as x raised to power 3n plus 1, which is the numerator, okay, divide. Now we have the same base at the denominator, but before then, let us have this as x raised to power 2n plus 5 over 2 times, so let us open up this. So we apply the exponent rule by multiplying the power with the external power. So we have this as x, so for 2n times half, we have it as, we have this as n. So how do we get that? So we say 2n times 1 over 2, this will simplify this, okay. For n times 1 is n, okay, at this point, minus, so when we say minus 3 times half, we have it as minus 3 over 2 for the denominator. So when we simplify further, at the numerator, we have this as x raised to power 3n plus 1 over, so we can apply the law of indices, multiplying the same base, okay. When we have the same base, what do? We pick out one, we add up the power. So let us apply it at the denominator. So we have x, so let us add, okay, the power. So we have 2n plus 5 over 2, okay, plus n minus 3 over 2, okay. So here we have this as, at the numerator, we have it as x raised to power 3n plus 1 over, so for the denominator, we have this as x, okay. So we collect the like times, 2n plus n, we have it as 3n, okay. So for plus 5 over 2 minus 3 over 2, that is 1. So how do we do that? So we have 5 over 2 minus 3 over 2, since they have the same denominator, so we subtract the power. So we have this as 2 over 2, which is 1, okay. So we have this as plus 1, okay. So now we have the same numerator, we have the same denominator, so our answer is 1. Thank you very much. The question says simplify this expression. So we have 2x squared minus 5x minus 12 over 4x squared minus 9. How do we do this? Solution. So for 2x squared minus 5x minus 12 over 4x squared minus 9. Okay, so for the numerator, this is a quadratic function for the numerator. So let us factorize this. Okay, so for 12 times 2 is 24. Okay, so when we look at products of two factors, that will give us 24. So we can say 8 times 3 is 24. Okay, 12 times 2 is 24. Okay, 6 times 4 is 24. Okay, but we go with this. We go with this because when we add this, we have this. Okay, so here we have 2x squared. So for minus 5x, we replace it with minus 8x plus 3x. Okay, minus 12 over, so for 4x squared minus 9, so we can write 4 as 2s squared, okay, which is this, okay, minus 3 squared. Okay, so at the numerator we can group it, okay, to look for the common factor. So what is the common factor here? 2x. We can use it to factor this out. So we have 2x into x minus 4, okay, plus, so at this point we can use 3 to factor this. So we have 3 into x minus 4, okay, over, so here you can apply difference of 2 square, okay, that is 2x minus 3, okay, 2x plus 3, okay, at the denominator. So at this point we can take this together, okay, so we have 2x plus 3. Okay, so here we have x minus 4 over, so at denominator we have 2x minus 3. Okay, we have here 2x plus 3. So by the time we simplify this will divide this. Okay, so what do we have left? So we have x minus 4 over 2x minus 3. Thank you very much.